What would make a man, with no history of violence, suddenly behead a stranger in broad daylight and carry the head home in a bag? This is not a movie, this is a true Nigerian law story, about a man condemned for murder, but who may have never been sane enough to understand his actions. It was May 3, 1978 at a quiet bush path in a Nigby farm, Bendel State, Nigeria. Tunde saw Adi passing by in a bicycle. Tunde went after him, and with one swift stroke, Tunde chopped off Adi's head. No fight, no warning, no reason. Tunde then calmly took the severed head home, put it in a bag. Later he took it to a stream. Why? No one knew. But this wasn't just a random act of violence. Tunde had a troubling history. In 1977, he was brought home from Lagos in chains. His family said he was mad, he shouted in the streets, stripped himself naked, acted irrationally. 3 months before the murder, Tunde scared guests at his grandfather's burial with abnormal behavior. A month before, his brother met him again, still in chains. Even the night of the killing, his aunt reportedly said, he's about to start again. Yet, with all this evidence of mental illness, the judge dismissed it all. He did not believe that Tunde was suffering from mental illness on the day of the killing. Tunde was convicted of murder, sentenced to die by hanging. Tunde's case was then taken to the Court of Appeal. His lawyers wanted to overturn the High Court's decision, saying the judge didn't consider all the evidence about Tunde's mental health. They argued that Tunde did not know what he was doing when he killed Adi, and therefore lacked the necessary intent to be held accountable for his actions. However, the Court of Appeal agreed with the High Court. They also did not think there was enough proof that Tunde was insane. This meant Tunde was still found guilty. The story didn't end there. At the Supreme Court, the tide changed. Justice Coker saw what the lower courts ignored. He looked at the totality of evidence. There was no motive behind the killing. Tunde made delusional statements. He had a history of madness and he did things no sane mind could explain. Tunde claimed that voices in his head told him to kill. He named witnesses who didn't exist. He insisted he wasn't even sick, completely detached from reality. In the end, the Supreme Court decided that Tunde was mentally ill at the time of the crime and therefore did not have the necessary guilty mind to be convicted of the crime. The court found Tunde not guilty of the offense of murder by reason of insanity. Instead of the death penalty, Tunde was ordered to be kept in asylum. This case is a sobering reminder that mental illness isn't just a private struggle, it can become a public danger if ignored. We must find help early, not only to protect those suffering, but also to keep others safe. What do you think? Did the court make the right call, or should Tunde have faced full punishment despite his mental condition? Let us know in the comments. There are more fascinating true law stories in our channel. Like, share and subscribe so you never miss a moment.